this life lesson across.
It'll take an hour.
The life lesson today is always read ingredients closely. Okay. There was a few years back. Actually, it was Labor Day, which is traditionally the day before school starts. Correct? Labor Day.
Oh yeah.
Labor Day. It was the Labor Day before I was student teaching. Okay. So when you become a teacher, you guys seen student teachers in the classroom and stuff like that. Your first day of student teaching, you're pretty typically can be nervous and fresh out of college, ready to take on the world. But in that situation for the first time, you're kind of nervous, and you go before you start. You spend the summer getting ready and all that. And then Labor Day comes, and then the next day is the first day of school, and it's kind of you're kind of nervous about it. Anyway, this Labor Day before the first day of my student teaching, which is a few years back now. My wife and I were going to have a little dinner, and we didn't go out, but we went to the grocery store. We got those. You ever seen the frozen food? It's the P.F. Chang's like frozen stir fry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she got some chicken one, and I got a beef and broccoli one. And we were late. I remember we were late in the day. So I was pretty hungry, and the beef and broccoli one that I got, it said serves up to 4. I'm like, I'm 4, I can eat the whole thing. So I did. I ate the whole thing, like in 30 seconds. That's me. I was a lot skinnier back then, though. Something happened. Anyway, I inhaled this package of beef and broccoli that was for a family of 4, and I wasn't feeling so good right afterwards. I should tell you, by the way, I have a lot of food allergies. Have I told you this? This is part of the story. I have a ton of food allergies. Beef and broccoli, I'm not allergic to, right? So when I bought this, I saw beef and broccoli. I'm good there. I don't need to read further. I do have a very, very strange food allergy that surprises people when I say this. I can't have any poultry, meaning birds, chicken, turkey, duck, whatever you can think of. If it's a bird, I can't eat it. I haven't tried penguin yet, but my parents did this weird thing. They're like, "Hey, he's allergic to chicken." That's when you're little kids. That's how you find out you're allergic to something. You eat something and then you get sick. So this kid's allergic to chicken, and then they're like, my dad's like, "Oh, let's try turkey someday," and which makes sense, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So they tried turkey, allergic to turkey. At that point, I would have been like, this kid's allergic to birds, right? Would you think that? No, my dad, he tried pheasant, he tried grouse, he tried goose, duck. He tried all these different birds, and every time. Not in Somali, in English. So calm down. I know. Like Silver Lake, you see the geese there?
It's so done.
Okay, we can stop this one. You want to stop?
No.
But anyway, I'm allergic to all these birds. If anyone knows, if you cook a lot of times different things call for chicken broth or chicken stock. And about a half hour after I ate this big bag of beef and broccoli, my eyes closed up, and my lips got real big, and my tongue was swelling, and it was the worst allergic reaction I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of them, believe me. Like once a week I have an allergic reaction to something. So I approached my wife, and I said, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Because I couldn't talk at this point. I was so swollen. And she looked at me, and she's a nurse. She was like, ah! I mean, I couldn't see. My eyes were so swollen shut, I couldn't see anything in my faces, and I was breaking out, and I went red.
You're breaking out like pimples?
No, like turned red everywhere.
So breaking out,
so my face is red, my neck is turning red. I look down, and you can see this line getting red. And so this is kind of a bad one. So we thought, well, what did you have? You ate beef and broccoli. And so I grabbed the bag out of the garbage of the family-sized bag of food that I ate, and it said, in the beef sauce they use chicken stock, which is like chicken broth except for thicker. If you cook, you know what this stuff is. And so they basically like just soaked my beef and broccoli in chicken grease, essentially, right? And it was really bad. So I got to go to the hospital right away. And it's Labor Day. If you've ever been to the emergency room on a holiday, it's always super busy because there's nowhere else for people to go. They can't go to their regular doctor. They can't, make an appointment. Your only option is the emergency room. So we walk into the emergency room, and when we left my house, I was rented down about right here. By the time I was there, my feet were red. I was completely red everywhere. And there's like 100 people in the waiting room at the clinic, and I walked up to the lady and I go, "I'm having an allergic reaction," because I can't talk. And she goes, "Come on in." And so I didn't have to wait at all. And they took me to this room, and they had needles in me instantly. They cut off my pants, gave me an EpiPen. They had IVs. They had everything going. And I looked through the curtains, and I've been to the emergency room for several things in the past, and usually usually you're there for like 4 hours before you even get in there, right?
Yeah.
I was in there instantly. I looked through the curtains in the room that we had, and the guy next to me, they were doing the paddles on. You see in the movies, we're like, clear. And I go, I'm in the room where people die. This is not good. This is where they took me. And so then you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're like trying to bring the guy back to life next to me. Yes. So I was kind of freaking out, right? And so anyway, they get me all calmed down, and they get everything good, and they give me the EpiPen, and they do a Benadryl IV, and they do all this different stuff. Has anyone ever had to use an EpiPen in here before?
My cousin does all the time.
Yeah, I got some allergy medicine from my uncle. He didn't know it was penicillin, and I
Okay. Okay.
So I had to, they just had my EpiPen.
So you used it? How long were you awake after you had that EpiPen?
I was awake a long time.
Yeah, if you have these EpiPens, guys, it's a shot of adrenaline, essentially. So you are awake for a while. Now this is 8 o'clock at night when they gave me this EpiPen, and I'm the whole time I'm thinking about my first day of teaching, right? My very first day, and so I missed out on that because they wouldn't release me from the hospital for like I remember the lady saying, "Good news, you're going to be alive. Bad news is you're going to have to stay here for a while." And even worse yet, you're not going to sleep for like 24 hours. So I was just like wired, and then I kind of crashed eventually. But so the life lesson there is to what? Always get the ingredients, especially if you're allergic to lots of things like meat. Okay, that's just silly. I've done this to myself a couple times. The other time I ate a lot of. Usually, and this is why I got in trouble with this one, is I ate the whole bag for four. That could be another life lesson. Maybe only eat your own serving amount.
No. What?
Because usually I'll have like a bite of something, and I'll just kind of wait, and then I'm starting to get allergic to it. I only ate one bite, so that's cool. I can survive this. But I ate this whole bag, which didn't help me out.
How big was it?
It's for 4 people.
What was it?
You ate one thing of 4 people.
I ate all 4 servings.
Of what?
The other time I had to go in, I a couple years after this, I had to go in, and that was when I ate 2 hot dogs that had chicken in them. If you look at hot dogs, usually they have.
It's kind of gross, however.
Yeah, usually they're not just all beef.
Like everything.
Usually they have lots of different things. So I always look, and then for some reason I bought these hot dogs too. I don't even know. Again, I didn't read the ingredients. And I inhaled 2 of hot dogs in like 30 seconds.
Is this fun?
I'm already thinking. And then I was same kind of thing. I went to the ER. That time I wasn't so nervous. So that time my wife actually gave me. I had an EpiPen at home that time, And she's like, can we use it? Because she's a nurse, so she was excited. And I go, okay. And she did one of these things where she goes, I go, all right, count to 3 and then stab me with it. And they go, 1, bam! I couldn't even feel it. I didn't even feel a thing. I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Yeah.
When I was at my uncle's house in Boston,
Guys,
he
thank
gave
you.
me some like amoxicillin, and I'm allergic to like most medicines in like the acetylene group. And like he didn't know, he knew I was allergic to penicillin.
Yeah.
So then I got like this huge allergic reaction, like it's even worse with amoxicillin. I had to go to the clinic and I stayed extra. And I was on a company minor with the
nice.
there. So I didn't think my mom was gonna come up, but of course she did.
Oh yeah, she would. Yeah. And she probably was a little upset. Okay, yes.
My cousin, she's allergic to peanuts,
Yeah.
and like hers are the worst reactions
Peanuts are
ever.
people that have. I think we have a peanut allergy in this class. Yeah. Have you ever had to use the EpiPen for it? It's peanuts are people that have that are a lot of times. There's different variations, right? Some people can't even be in the same room where like.
Yeah,
peanuts
that's
were.
like hers. And my brother was eating Nutella, and he was talking to her, and he didn't notice.
Yeah.
And then she started like having a really bad allergic reaction, like she couldn't even breathe. And I'm like, okay. And like her mom took her to the emergency room.
Yeah, it's a scary thing. Go ahead, last thing, then we gotta move on. Quick, guys, last thing, we're moving on.
So this actually happened this weekend
Oh, nice.
for reading the recipe carefully. My mom claimed that she read the recipe 4 times, but she was trying to make a pie. And the recipe called for 2 tablespoons of flour. She accidentally put in 2 cups, and it was a solid brick, and then she fed it to my great-grandma.
Yeah, so you get, it's kind of like reading the ingredients of the recipe. Yeah, there's a big difference between 2 tablespoons and 2 cups. That's a lot, yeah. All right. I'm glad we could share a few minutes to get back and talk a little bit. Now it's time to get back to work.